Okay, so we're going to play a little bit of Crash Bandicoot 3, which is Crash Bandicoot Warped. Just going to show y'all a couple of the different stages that they have and maybe some of the boss battles. We're not going to go real far into the game. I was kind of playing around with it the other day. You can switch between Coco and Crash again. And there's certain levels though that you can only do as Coco. Toad Village will be the first stage. We're going to go through the first few stages. So this is Toad Village. This is the first level of the game. It's basically like the other ones, about the same gameplay and things of that nature. You're just crap. You're just going and busting up boxes and go from point A to point B in the level and just trying not to die. I'm not sure if you can hurt these frogs with a spin. Okay. Wasn't sure. Answer my own question. I don't know about the Knights. I don't even worry about them. Kind of plays, like I said, like the other ones. Special stages and stuff like that. And you're going to go up through here. Bust these boxes here and get everything in, or at least pick up what you can. I don't do a very good job of collecting the Wumpa fruit. Most of the time I knock it halfway across the screen. Don't really even mean to. Just kind of happens that way. Here's something clacking. It's the control pad. I like to use the control pad on this game. Sometimes the stick. It just depends upon what I'm doing, because I'm used to the old Super Nintendo games and things like that, so I usually just use the control pad. I know most other people will use the stick, and also people that played this on PlayStation will use the stick. See, I missed the box, but that's okay, because I'd already got the stuff for the box anyway, and it doesn't really matter. As you can see, there's the silver gems that you can get. Of course, there's the relics too. The 25 stages with the pink crystals, and then of course the color gems as well. This one, I like how the stages, how there's a variety of stages. The only things I don't like about it though are more so the setup, the setup of the stages. I mean, I like that they did different ones, but maybe all same ones for all one area or something like that instead of different ones. But I know they were trying to have a little bit of different stuff and new variety and everything, trying to do this and that, and like I said, it is neat that they did a lot of different stages and a lot of different things. But still, at the same point, I think it would have been better had they not done that, because they would have you would have been expecting the stages. You want to grab this thing right here, because this way you can shoot down you can shoot down the reefs, and you can shoot down the boxes and stuff like that, and the enemies. sometimes the thing does not really go where you want it to, so you kind of have to guide it around. You have to do a little bit better, then it explodes once it gets there. On these discs right here, you don't want to touch those blue parts. Those blue parts are electricity. They count as a hit. So you don't want to touch those. Most underwater stages in games are usually kind of bad. This one's surprisingly not terrible. I mean, I know it's only the first one in here, but some of them on this particular game are not. They're not absolutely terribly bad, which is a good thing because it kind of gets you into the game, gets you used to the game, and you don't have to worry too much about a lot of it. See what I do there? See. So, and this hub that you keep going to is called the Time Twister. So, but I think this first world gives you a good amount of the stages. Now, like this one right here, you have to have Coco. It's called Orient Express. You have to have Coco. It's kind of like the Hog, and kind of like the not only the Hog, but kind of like the polar bear also in the second one, the Hog in the first one, the polar bear in the second one. You go from point A to point B trying to hit all the boxes, and you're trying not to hit other stuff or trying to jump over it. This one's a little bit different though, because unlike some of the other ones, you're dodging stuff, but you're not. I think there's more things on this game to dodge than there is on any of the other ones. Like that, like those dragons right there. You have to know where if they're coming high or if they're coming low, and then whenever you're jumping, you also have to know where they're at. Again, the success to these stages depends largely upon your memorization skills of playing through a stage multiple times. Oh gosh. And I didn't jump. You see how bad that went? I didn't even jump. Booga booga! Yeah, well, booga booga didn't help me when I fell down the hole. It didn't help at all. I think I'm just overthinking that jump. I think I'm thinking to hit the box. Oh gosh, have mercy. You're gonna penalize me for just barely whacking the tail on that thing. What a crock. Oh, I didn't want to go up there. It wasn't like I hadn't missed half of the boxes anyway. You get to the end of the level, he automatically jumps. And then, yeah. And then you just finish the level. Not too bad. It's just kind of like the other ones. There's just more things to have to jump over and stuff. What's this one? I'm going to show you one of these stages. I might not even go all the way through this stage. This is one of the... There's a lot of the stages that are the same concept. So like those ones I went through, they're a little bit different, but you'll see a lot of the same ones. These right here are like the boneyard thing, and well, I screwed that up really bad, didn't I? You're supposed to avoid the pterodactyl, guys. He does not take you to a special stage. Oh, why extra spins sometimes. Now, see, that's the weird thing about this one. It turns side-scrolling for a little bit, and then it goes back to the this way, and now I think it goes back to the running way. And oh crud! You can't touch those, by the way, and that grass will slow you down. There are enemies in the water. I'm not going to get on that red one because I got on that red one the other day and I just really did not have fun. I'm not jumping on that. I'm just trying to get to the end. Oh gosh. Now we're going to go sideways again. Now we're going to come towards the screen again. As you can see, this stage can be very long. Oh crud. Oh! Yeah, I'm not going through the rest of the stage. Those nitro boxes kill you on impact, and I forgot about it and just went and spin right at it. Let me just hit the box. Yeah, let me just hit the nitro box and just kill myself in the process there. Now this one is a different one too. This is another one that you have to use Coco in. Like I said, these are the main stages. They just have different ones that are, just different ways, but mostly they're the same stages. But this one has you getting a little jet ski type thing. Sometimes it controls okay. Sometimes it does not control whatsoever. And then you got bombs and other stuff going on. Cannons firing and stuff. I had to stop there for a second. Did I get that checkpoint? I guess so. Missed those two. Oh well. I've already missed half of them anyway. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. He's doing tricky stuff in the air. Don't be doing tricky stuff. I can't even hardly drive. So there's stages like that. There's one other type of stage I want to show you guys, but first I'm going to show you some of the bosses. I was able to actually defeat some of them the other night. Let's see if I can remember anything on them. We're going to face Tiny Tiger. So that's another thing. You have to push down on whichever button you want and then jump into the portrait of where you're going. Of course, he's up there. We're going to skip that and let him go. Now he'll come down. He'll jump around. Pretty simple. You just run around until he stops. Until he does that. And then you'll spin and you'll hit him. He'll go back up to the top. I don't know if I can get back through this or not. And he'll call them out and then... Good gosh, have mercy. Okay, it was a little bit harder than the other day. Best thing to try to do is stand at the end of the screen. That way you can figure out where you need to dodge. It don't always help, but it does kind of... It almost keeps the camera almost to a centralized location, so you don't maybe have to worry so much about the lines coming out and hitting you. As long as you can dodge him in the lines, you're pretty good. And throw tomatoes at him. And then you jump back in there. So he's not too bad as long as you can dodge those lines that come out and then just dodge him. It's not too awful bad. Now, there's another type of stage here I want to show you. That's not it. Some of them are like tombs. Some of them are like you're running across like rooftops and things like that. Like I said, there's the same stages over and over. Like there's 3 of this one I'm about to go in. There's like 3 that you use Coco with the tiger. This one is Crash on a motorcycle. Some of the later ones get very, very difficult because there will be big, huge holes in the road, and you don't know they're there because they look like shadows. Oh, and you can hit those boosters. You probably saw me hit one. It's like a green colored booster. You better be squared up with where you're wanting to go though, because when you hit that booster, you're going to be going straight. Most of the time, they want you to get first on here to get like a gem. I don't even worry about the boxes. I worry about the boxes the second time I go through the stage. And just try to win the race the first time. Oh, barely got him. I think I've already got the gem for it though, so I don't think I get a gem or anything for it. I don't think I get anything for it. I might, but no, I think I've already got that one. I suggest going through the stage the first time and getting first place, and then going back through it and busting the other ones. If you can get them all in one whack, yeah, go for it. Go for it. We're going to face Dingodile. It took me a minute to figure out what to do with him. Ah, don't hurt the penguin! Penguin finally leaves. Best thing to do is try to run right here. Try to stay with his back towards you. That way he has less time to try to hit you. And just try to keep going back and forth from left to right until he breaks enough shards that you can run in and hit him with a spin. And then back away. So it explodes like that. Now he'll do the firing thing again off of his back while he spins around. As you can see what I'm doing, I'm trying to run in that direction. And I'm going to try to get him to point this flamethrower. And I'm going to try to dodge it every time he tries to point it. He actually did pretty good right there. Spin killing himself. Every now and then he'll do that to where he'll do a lot of destruction just by himself, to where he clears them out kind of good. And ooh, we about got burned there. And he's pretty much dead. So got him. And then the penguin comes back in and jumps on him. Payback. Gotta love the penguin jumping on him. Okay. As you can see, that kind of has like a Arabian feel, I guess, to it. The first one kind of has a medieval feel to it. This one's kind of, it's supposed to be kind of an Orient feel, but it's not really. The stages are not really all, as you see, they're not really all that. There's like an underwater stage. There's a couple of them that are across the rooftops and stuff, but there's even a road stage. You know, and things like that. So we're going to fight the boss, which is Dr. Entropy, or Entropy. Took me a minute to figure out how to kill him too, because I wasn't real sure what I was supposed to do. I couldn't remember on some of them what to do until I got in there and actually tried to fight against them. Now on this one you have to dodge these attacks that come this way. Jump over these. Then he'll send out another shockwave. They'll leave some of them. You got to run over here and hit him as fast as you can. Then just stand over here. He'll switch sides. And he'll do the same thing again. Except this time he sends out more of those. And I think he sends out more of these. They come in different patterns. Then he'll make more blocks again. And they'll be in a different pattern this time. Make sure you jump over there and make sure you get him. I have trouble seeing where my shadow is half of the time, and half the time I end up falling down a hole myself. And I got hit with one of those rockets, daggone it. There we go. Barely got him. Yeah. You run off at the mouth. Blah, blah, blah. That's what you tell me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we're going to go to this fourth area. Now, this one actually, a lot of the stages are the Egyptian kind of feel. A lot of them are, anyway. There's another one I'm going to show you guys. That's another Wave Racer one. I think it's a Wave Racer one. Let me see if this one's a Wave Racer one or if it's something else. It's with Coco. I think it's one of the ones with the... yeah, it's one of the ones with the jet ski. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. Okay. It's one of the ones with the jet ski. So I'll show you this other one. There's a couple of stages that are like it too. And it is... Bye Bye Blimps. These are a little bit tough because you can only take so much damage and you have to shoot down the blimps. There's 7 of them. And you need to get your boxes and stuff too, which maybe you might do that afterwards. You can invert your controls to make it more of the down, up, and everything else, if you need it to be that way. So you can shoot the boxes in here and their health, because if you get down to 0, you know, you're pretty much dead. And some of the boxes are power-ups. So like I said, some of the boxes are power-ups, some of them are just regular boxes, and some of them are healing boxes. There's 11 of them in there. You can probably go around and shoot them all if you really wanted to on there. But we're going to go fight Dr. Engine. And this is a Coco battle. That's a first for the series. Out of the 3 Crash games, you don't fight with Coco unless you pick her for the stage. Other than that, she doesn't fight a boss battle herself. You have to shoot the orange spots. Some of them are on his shoulder. It makes it to where he can't use certain weapons. If you hold down the button, you can shoot him. I know it doesn't really look like I'm hitting him, but I am. See? There goes the first one. It's kind of hard to do some of the stuff on here. Because sometimes the crosshairs don't necessarily go where you'd like for them to. And you gotta be careful. Especially when you're shooting the stupid hand and the stupid guns. Because you gotta make sure you don't want to take too much damage, because it's kind of like a 2 or 3 part boss fight. Now see, now you'll come up here and the tiger jumps on there and they give you like this laser. And now the laser, you gotta do the same thing. There's things that fire out on the sides this time. I don't know if that thing's chasing me around or not. Alright. I don't think there's a third part. I think that's it. Yeah, that's all. So, not a terrible boss fight either. Really, the only one that's really, really difficult is the last fight against Cortex himself. And this is his area, and these stages are terrible. They are terribly hard. That's the hardest driving stage, the hardest rooftop stage, the hardest flying stage, and like the hardest other stage to go through. There is a weird thing here. And I think it's a whole world of its own, but I think you have to do it a different way. You hit this right here, and it goes to one of the most frustrating levels in the game called Future Tense. I'll show you a couple minutes of it, and I'm going to try to fight Dr. Cortex, and we'll see if we can't beat him. But this is one of the most difficult. This is probably the most difficult stage on the game in general. 145 boxes, which just sounds just incredibly ridiculous. See, this is where it gets fun with these conveyor belts, and I don't see where I've jumped. Yeah, I'm not going through all that. That's a big stage, and it is very, very difficult to get through, to say the least. So we're going to try to go fight Dr. Cortex. I might show you guys that maybe 1 or 2 stages right here. The Gone Tomorrow is just like the one I was just in. It's not as bad. Let me show you guys Orange Asphalt and Flaming Passion. Maybe Bud Light. Maybe I'll do all 3. I'll show them to you. I probably won't get through them, but I'll show them to you. This Orange Asphalt one is the one that you'll see things that you think are like cracks in the road or like pothole. Well, not really potholes, but are shadows, and they're actually holes in the road. Also, the cop cars move back and forth. See, that's a hole right there. That's a hole right there. If you have never been through the stage and you don't know that, though, you assume it's just you would assume until you fall down it that it's a shadow. Because that's what it looks like. It looks like a shadow. And it's not a shadow, though. It is an actual, the hole that you fall down. See, like I said, this is one of the hardest. This is probably the hardest driving stage. Took me a while to figure out what I was supposed to do to actually get through it. Whenever I was playing the game to begin with. And, I can get through it, but as far as do very good this time, no, probably not, because I fell in that hole the first time. Then you have to figure out what you're going to do there. Those stop you. Oh gosh. I'm all off the road. See, there's a hole again. I saw it, but by the time I seen it, it's too late. Good thing is they have like a restart on those, so that if you are doing like a time trial or something like that, you can actually just restart and you don't have to go all the way through the stage. And I was going to show y'all Flaming Passion one. There's a few of these that are like this one. They're kind of like a rooftop jumping stages like this. As you can see, this one's probably the hardest one of the group. I forget what this guy does. I guess he cuts me. Anyway, you jump across rooftops like that, and it's pretty self-explanatory. You're just jumping across just platforms like normal. That's the hardest flying stage. Let's go to Bug Light. Some of the stages are kind of like this, or they kind of have a like a pyramid, feel kind of to them. Let's say I just saw something else down. Crap. Let me try that again. I don't know that I can hit them. I think I can. Yeah, I can. Okay, good. Good enough. Good to know. Okay, the alligator or whatever that is in the far background. Okay. You can tell this is not an easy stage. Oh no! You have to keep this bug kind of flying around, and that's really the only way that you can see anything. See, there was a trap. I didn't even know it was there. And you're like inside of a tomb. You get another bug. Oh my. Oh my. Traps are us, eh? Traps and everything else. 121. Like I said, these last like so many stages are the hardest ones that have the most boxes. They're the longest stages. And he flew away, and now I can't see anything. I see those nitro boxes. I may have... Oh, I'm supposed to run through those. Oh gosh. I'm not even jumping over there. I'm going on. Crap. Crap. Yeah, you can only take so much abuse. Oh, I'm still alive. You see why this stage is difficult, though. A lot of hazards, a lot of traps, a lot of... Oh my gosh, nitros. See, 85 of 121. I'm lucky to have got 85 out of 121. I'm lucky to have gotten through the stage at all. Now, I couldn't beat him the other night. I'm going to try to do it right here, but I doubt I'll be able to beat him. I've beaten him before because I've beaten the game, but I don't remember if there's more than like 1 or 2 stages. He puts on the evil mask, and then the evil mask and your mask fight each other. But you have to watch out, because if you get hit with that, you die. But all the meanwhile, Cortex is shooting you with his projectile there. So you have to dodge them. Then he starts throwing these mines down. You have to dodge the mines. And then after that happens, like where he's like right there, you have to hit him, and then you have to whack him into the hole there. And then everything else gets sucked down in there, and then they all come back out of there. And ticked off. And then them 2 lock again. And this time they perform a cyclone. And he does the same thing that he does from the last time. But now you have to watch where they're going. See, that's where I have my issue. When I get to that second part, I either get hit by them or I get hit by him. One of the two. Doesn't equal up real good. Yeah, he's going to throw mines out. Crap. You have to remember to hit him after he throws the mines out. That's the only time his force field's down. I didn't have to jump him right there. I did anyway. Like I said, you have a limited amount of time to really run up and smack him a good one right there. Here we go. And then just start spinning and knock him down in there. And we'll try to do this again. Now, if we can't do it, though, I just can't do it. If I can't do it, I can't do it. I think the third part is the worst one out of the group that you have to do. See, you want to keep moving when they're doing this, because you don't want to get trapped in a corner. And it's real easy to get trapped in a corner. It really is. Like I said, it's real easy to get trapped in a corner where they're at and they're going, and there we go. Crap! Crap! Oh gosh. Yeah, if I could have knocked him down through there, I'd have knocked him down through there. It would have done a whole heck of a lot better. But anyway, that's kind of the stuff I wanted to show you, was like the bosses and a couple of the different stages, things like that. And there's a... It says there's 25 stages. That's just normal stages. There's some other stuff that opens up, though. And there's some other little Easter egg things that you can do on the game. If you go to interact with this, all it says is, do you want to leave Coco there? And it tells you how to swap them. Which sometimes you have to do anyway, regardless of what they want you to do. Because actually, if you go through every stage, you can go, I I don't know if you can go through every stage with Coco. I don't know that you can do that. You can't go through the water stages with Coco. I'm pretty sure you can fight the bosses. Let's see. So she can't go into the underwater stages. Okay, I didn't think she could do that. You can't go on the motorcycle stages. Okay. She might be able to do the flying stages. I'm not sure. Nope, that's a Crash thing. Okay. So Crash has to do the motorcycle stages and the underwater stages and the like the pilot ones where you shoot stuff down. So he has to do those. Any of the other ones though, you can play as Coco, or you can play as Crash. Either way, and if you beat it with one of them though, you get, or if you get gems and stuff with one of them, it just carries on to the other one. So there's that on there. So you can play as either one. There's a couple of stages where you'll have to play as the other one. So it's not really a big deal. So but that'll conclude the Crash Bandicoot trilogy, the 3 games there. We're going to, next time, we're going to bring up the Spyro games. We're going to bring up the Spyro trilogy. Starting next Friday, we'll do Spyro Part 1. Or we'll do Spyro 1. And I tend to like Spyro a little bit better than I like Crash. I mean, these games aren't bad. I do like them. But after a certain point, it's very easy for me to get to a rage quit area. And they do kind of infuriate me. Spyro doesn't do that as bad. There are a few parts in Spyro, like most other games, that do kind of get to me, but not as many as what's on here. This one, like I said, I like the second one the best, and I like all 3 of them. The second one's my favorite, but I like all 3 of them. But there's just good things and bad things about them, and a lot of it's just memorization, and then the time trials on them are just. I don't know that I can ever do the time trials. I mean, even if you know the stages inside and out, it's a lot of trying to maneuver and trying to figure out. You've almost got to be flawless when you're doing them, and go to that point. But that's going to do it for now. And like I said, Spyro, we will start with that next Friday. So until next time, we will see you later.